My name's Eddie Hughes. I've lived more or less all of my life in Whyalla. Came out here at the age of 10 from Manchester in the UK. Yes, I've been on the Whyalla City Council for 21 years. I've worked in the steel industry, various labouring jobs. Worked as a rehabilitation consultant and counsellor. I've worked at the uni here. And currently I work for the local state member and the Speaker of the House of Assembly. Well, the industrial expansion of Point Lowly goes back to the late 70s. Whyalla was going through an economically difficult time with the closure of the shipyard in 1979 and the subsequent restructuring of the steel industry. So this community experienced the loss of thousands of jobs and a massive decrease in our population. So I would argue that there was an era of desperation and a desperate search for alternatives. Plus, there was no awareness, absolutely no awareness about the importance of the cuttlefish aggregation, and there was only a limited awareness about the importance of that whole region for the commercial and the recreational fishing industry. An important nursery area and recruitment area for various marine species. And the first major industrial footprint on the Point Lowly Peninsula was the Santos gas fractionation plant. In fact, it's still the only industrial footprint on the peninsula. The Point Lowly Peninsula is the front doorstep of the Upper Spencer Gulf proper. And if people want a comparison, it's the Upper Spencer Gulf proper is like our marine Arkaroola. It is a truly unique marine environment. It's a beautiful area where the Gulf narrows. It's so you've got those views across the Gulf to the Flinders Ranges. It's also an important recreational area for this community. It's the only decent beach, non-tidal beach, within 100 kilometres of Whyalla. And of course it's got some unique environmental values with the cuttlefish aggregation, and as a broad area that's incredibly important for the recreational and the commercial fishing industry in South Australia. Tourism can be an adjunct to our main industries, and it's the marine environment that is probably the most important element when it comes to tourism in this area, because of the abundance of large snapper in our waters, the largest snapper in the country being caught here. The cuttlefish aggregation is just irrespective of its capacity to attract tourists. It's just intrinsically incredibly important, because it's the only place in the world that this giant cuttlefish aggregation occurs. So the developments that look like happening in the very near future are the BHP Billiton desalination plant. That plant in itself represents a potential threat to the marine environment. You've got the state government actively facilitating an ammonium nitrate facility that will require shipping in thousands of tonnes of liquid ammonia directly adjacent to the cuttlefish aggregation. You've got diesel storage areas being actively discussed, with one already going through. You've got additional fractionation plants being looked at to utilise potential gases and liquids from Moomba, and also from the far north of the state. And coming on top of all of those developments, you've got Flinders Ports, once again actively encouraged by state government agencies, wanting to build a bulk loading facility out there, which will see a massive increase in shipping activity. So loading 80 million tonnes per year, if they reach that particular target, it will mean railing that ore into the peninsula and then transporting that ore through the sensitive marine environment. So the intent on the part of the state government or the state government agencies and elements within the state government is to actively facilitate the wholesale industrialisation of the Point Lowly Peninsula. And over time, the public will be excluded just purely on safety grounds. Yeah, clearly there are economic benefits. Most of the benefits are during the construction phase when you've got large work crews here. But most of the proposals are actually very small employers of ongoing labour. For instance, the diesel storage facility will only employ directly 6 people in this community. The desalination plant will employ somewhere between 10 and 15 people. Bulk loading facilities do not employ many people. They're highly automated processes. It will still be an economic stimulus to Whyalla, but there are a range of alternatives, and that is one of the really frustrating things about the whole process, is that those alternatives have not been seriously examined by state government agencies. The alternatives haven't been looked at, the opportunity costs haven't been looked at, and what is very apparent in the decision-making process is that the environmental, the social and the recreational just don't count with the current government. And the council and this community, given the pre-existing zoning, have had no real say about the future of the Point Lowly Peninsula. I'd like to see it rezoned for its to protect its environmental values and its recreational values. In fact, I would like to see the whole of that Upper Spencer Gulf be given far more weight for its environmental and recreational importance for our state and for our country, because it is such a unique area. By taking that direction, we can build on our industrial base without sacrificing the Point Lowly Peninsula and the Upper Spencer Gulf proper.